Hello again, this is Jim with the Shiver Backyard Farm. Angel and I have come over to do our afternoon chores, which is to take care of the bunny, move the turkeys onto some new ground, give them food and water, give the sheep their little treat, and what you haven't seen yet is to take care of our meat chickens for the evening. This is pretty cool. And Jeff, I hope you're going to watch this one because we're doing this one especially for you. These sheep are getting so tame, you would not believe it. They actually came up to me yesterday and when I held my hand over the fence, and they both came up and sniffed my hand. I'd like to have flipped out. And both of them now, when I hold the food dish out, will eat right out of the dish. I mean, and yesterday it was nothing more than like a big butter container that was in it. So their face was like right at my hand. Too cool. I mean, how else you could say it? Oh, look what they're in there for. Oh, please, please, where's my food? Look at that. See that? They practically want to cuddle with Angel. It's amazing. Hey, buddy. Bob. Come here, Bob. Jim. Oh, no, they want in there for that snack. That's all they want right now. It's like, oh, where's it at? Where's it at? But the turkeys are being really cool. We haven't lost another turkey. I'm sure we were losing them to a weasel, but I put them inside of this fencing, and I've mentioned this before. This thing hits at over 8,000 volts, and it hit me while I was setting it up, and I am very thankful I was sitting down when it hit me because it jolted me from my arm all the way to my feet, and it felt like somebody had hit me with a board. It was awful. And so it keeps these sheep well away from the edge, but obviously it looks like it's also keeping the weasels out. So one more look. Here's the chicken coop that we built, the ridiculous structure that I overbuilt. I have the tendency to do that. So Jeff, think about this. When you look at this guy, this is what you're going to have to contend with when I move down to Florida. And but if we're going to do this on a larger scale, we're not going to be using structures this big. This is actually quite difficult to move. It's harder than I would have liked. And the back end raises up high enough that chicks, when they're this size, some of them tend to roll out of the back. But I don't know if you can get a good idea or a good scale for how big these guys are. Oh, let me do one smart thing here. Let me turn off the electric fence before I zap myself. That would not be pleasant, because this fence is for cattle, and it's good for like 10 miles of fencing or something. But these chickens are getting pretty big. Use my hand as a scale if I can get it in the picture. You can see how big they're getting. They're about the size of probably a good sized Cornish game hen right now. But in 2 weeks, these guys should all dress out somewhere between 5 and 6 pounds. And that's a lot of work that we've got to do. I touched bases with our feed store today, and they've assured me they're going to work around my schedule to make sure that I have the Featherman equipment available to do this processing with. It'll take this chore, which would take probably 3 people 10 hours to do, if judging by the rate that we did the 21 chickens earlier in this year. But we should be able to take this down to a chore of about 3 hours or so. Mentioned about the sheep eating out of the bucket. Check it out. They're getting really, really tame. Oh, I can't believe she's petting them. She's such a show off. But yeah, no, this is working great. We're trying to get them completely tamed so we can get them adjusted to going into that structure, that little dog kennel, because we need it to be able to kind of like trap them in, so that we can trim their hooves and band their little partial manhoods and get rid of them so they don't flavor the meat, so to speak. Oh my goodness. Show off. Yeah. It's amazing. Is that Bob you're petting? Bob is the one who's really the most skittish, and she's just sidled right up to him, petting him. And he seems to be enjoying, although we're not getting a tail wag. Interesting. But he's more interested in that food, and it doesn't look like he's unhappy with the petting. But yeah, that's pretty amazing. So Jeff, I hope you enjoyed this little update. We'll close it down pretty quick so we can keep it down to about 5 minutes. Love you, brother. God bless you, everybody, anyone that's watching this, and hope you have a great day.